Hey Hillary, how you doing? Hey, while I've got you on the line here, I just want to mention you're really doing a wonderful job with your critiques. This is good stuff here. This is good critique. You've heard me say this in discussion board. I'm sorry, in critique board. In that feedback, I provide a lot of different assets in feedback for critique. One of the things you've heard me say a couple of times since the beginning of the class is that designers that have a exceptional ability in analytical and observational skills, meaning critique, get promoted earlier and more often than their counterparts that don't possess those same qualities. So, and the best way to cultivate those qualities, of course, is just to keep practicing it. Really be as engaging as you possibly can in your feedback. And I'm seeing that here to the point where I just really want to point this out and mention you're doing absolutely wonderful work in your critiques. Please keep that up, not only in this class, but moving forward in your student career. It'll pay off in the end. I promise you, I'm telling you the truth. Really good observations and feedback you're providing here. Okay, so let's go to your work. Um, yeah, I'll address all of this stuff here, okay? But I'm going to ask some questions, and they're rhetorical. So, just think about these questions. All right. So we jump in here, and these questions I'm going to ask you, and I say they're rhetorical. These are questions that you should really put yourself through in every one of your designs. Think about it. Look at your design, do a mental inventory, and ask yourself some questions. So my questions here are this: what is the relevance of the two colors? Are they relevant to the concept? The next question is, what is the relevance of this curved shape? Is that relevant to the concept or to the laureate? And those are really, really pertinent questions. Now, I don't know the answer to those questions. Excuse me, one second. Excuse me, lingering cough. I just can't seem to shake it. Last week I had a full-blown cold. Now I just have this lingering chest thing. I just can't shake it. And of course, this weather doesn't help too. One day it's 40, the next day it's 20. Anyway, so back to the task at hand. As far as this goes, this shape right here, I think you're really, really good through here. But you've got this dip right here. And it just doesn't have that kind of. I mean, I don't know what exactly the shape is, so I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. But I would say to smooth that out, I think right there adds that little dip, adds a little bit of curiosity at that point. Now, using this background, this kind of shape for the background, I think there's nothing wrong with it here, but I think trying to assemble your typography on those paths is problematic. The main reason why is this. This one is tilted this way. This one is tilted this way. Watch my little camera down here. Down here. Hey, how you doing? Watch the camera. Watch my head. All right. So I'm reading this. I have to tilt my head this way a little bit. Okay. Then to come down here, I have to tilt my head this way a little bit. So in essence, you're asking your viewer to move their head in order to ascertain what the type says. And I know presenting type I'm exaggerating, of course, but it is nonetheless a little bit of an uncomfortable situation, kind of, and you have to acclimate yourself here and then reacclimate yourself here to get this. My recommendation is this. I would assemble your type not on a diagonal. I would assemble your type like just traditionally. I think one thing I would recommend that you do is right now looks like you've got two different typefaces. That's one typeface. That's another, the same typeface, and then that's a second typeface. I'm not positive if this and this are the same typeface. I suppose I can kind of zoom in here. They are. They are the same typeface. So you're only using two typefaces. That's a good thing. You don't want to use three. That's too many. But what I would recommend is this, is I want to activate negative space here too in an interesting way. So have you considered a vertical orientation as opposed to this horizontal? Food for thought. I know, I mean, there's no reason I'm asking it. I'm just asking if you have, and what do you have planned on the back side of the poster? Is that going to preclude a vertical layout? So what I would do right here is watch my cursor. I would take Malala. I would take that name and I would just assemble it like this. make it large, and then put the subhead underneath there. As far as the subhead goes, champion of universal education. I would not say for all girls. I would just say I would say just maybe for children. Champion of universal education for children. Now I know that she was specifically interested in equality for girls, but nonetheless, she is a champion for education for young people worldwide. So this is a little bit misleading in that she's only fighting for girls, and we know that's not true. She is very, very engaged in the fight for education for young um, girls in that region of the world. However, um, I just let's not preclude and just include girls. Let's just say champion for universal education for all children. Okay, so we have her name, and then right underneath that is the subhead. Now, I would recommend slipping a sans serif in here just to give it like a contemporary feel. This is good for her name. Okay, but and again, just let me know what you think about not adhering to that path for your type and just maybe assembling her first name, something like that, and then the subhead right underneath. Okay, this is problematic, I think. I think that her name, her last name is very, very difficult to sound out, to pronounce. Even if we know her last name, it's still a difficult name. If you don't know, a lot of people know her by her first name, so I'm okay with just using the first name on the front of the poster and then introducing the rest on the back of the poster in the bio area. I think that might be a really interesting solution. Yeah, think about that. Okay, so great start. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. If I need to clarify anything I've said, I'm more than glad to do so. But oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is this champion of universal education right here. There should be a title case. So the C is you don't have to capitalize the O in of, but U and universal education for, and then A and all, and then C and children. But so you want to set that in title case. All right. Other than that, I think good job. A little bit of spacing issues here, kerning. I know you probably haven't gotten that far yet, but I just wanted you keep that in mind. Keep your spacing, letter spacing, kerning, tracking, letting all that. Keep all of that in mind. And good start. As I said, please let me know if there's any questions at all. Thank you.